With the recent release of Mario Kart 7, I thought I would pop in Mario Kart 64 for nostalgia's sake. You know, play a few levels, win some tourneys, and remind myself of times less, complicated. But nostalgia has a way of making things seem way better than they actually are. Not to say that Mario Kart 64 is a bad game, just it hasn't really aged that well. You have to realize though that for the time, it gave players what they needed. Straying away from the 3D adventure games that made the N64 so popular, Mario Kart took a Super Nintendo game and made it something you could play with the whole family. Taking away the coins shifted Mario Kart from an intense racer more towards a party game. People who had never played before could pick up a controller and have a fun time. It's a game that takes seconds to learn, but months to master. However, Mario Kart 64 is a racing game first, and should be reviewed as such. No matter how much fun it is to beat your friends in a race, you can't ignore the loose controls. Just one twitch of the controller could send your kart veering into a vast abyss. Not making a jump causes your racer to spin out of control, and don't even get me started about the drifting. Now, take a look at this game, Cruisin' World, a third-party game. A third-party game that uses polygons to create its vehicles. But Mario Kart, a first-party game, uses sprites. It's Nintendo, the people who made the freaking system, and even they can't do it right! Now, I'm a little bit biased because my first racing game was Diddy Kong Racing, a game that also uses polygons. So the transition from that to this was a bit jarring. Okay, I think that's enough ranting. Let's talk about something that really makes this game great, the multiplayer. Regardless of how loose the controls are, you can't ignore the fact of how much fun the multiplayer is. There's nothing more satisfying in the world than hitting your friend in the face with a red turtle shell and popping his last balloon. Just the fact that you can have a 4-player battle free-for-all is reason enough to pick up this game. Plus, the music is just great. Hearing the soundtracks from all these different courses makes me a nostalgia rush like a boss. Mario Kart is a great party game, but looking at it more than 10 years later, it's hard to ignore its flaws. But even though the controls are sloppy and the graphics are, well, subpar, I have to admit, I'm probably gonna get a lot of angry comments defending it to the death. And just that fact makes Mario Kart a hard game to pick apart. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I apologize if I offended you all in any way. I don't hate Mario Kart 64, I just don't think it aged well. You mad, bro?